What a cool visual there we just got. That was awesome.
Sound check.
G'day and welcome back to another vocal analysis here at Voice Essentials. My name is Dr. Dan, and today, once again, we are looking and listening to the wonderful voice of Floor Jansen. And this is actually, you know, most of us, certainly at this channel, know Floor as having worked with and currently working with the band Nightwish, fronting them as their lead vocal. But this is going all the way back to earlier years. So, for example, Floor right now is, I think she's around about 44 years old as of February 2025. This is going way back to when she was about 26, 27, when she was performing with After Forever. And they disbanded, if my research serves, in 2009. And this band is a progressive symphonic metal band. This piece, which is Dreamflight, some people have described this piece as one of After Forever's more ambitious compositions. It certainly is progressive, but it's also got sort of some Gothic, you know, overtones with some darker harmonic work, and it is super cool. We're going to dive in and have a listen, and have a listen to Floor's incredible classical vocal work over the top of, and there's two other vocals going on. Actually, let's get in and have a listen. This incidentally goes for about 10 minutes. Strap yourselves in and enjoy we're going to certainly unpack the vocals. We are a Learn to Sing channel here, but I want you to really enjoy the orchestration, the songwriting, the way this song has been constructed, because it is, well, it's, as I said, it's really known as a bit of a symphonic metal masterpiece. Let's dive in and have a listen. This is a live performance from the Prog Power USA 8th, I think in Atlanta, Georgia, I think. That Marshall stack. Awesome. So isn't it interesting to see the way it's been arranged, that it really does allow Floor to use her voice in a very clean, classic way. And it's clever. It means that, Floor's voice is not being challenged to move between those two functions. And it facilitates a much more pure sound by Floor throughout the piece. Let's continue. So that's still clean. So it's still clean, but it is a belted tone leaning towards a harder rock sound, but it's still clean. And that doesn't take away the challenge of what she's going to do, I think, a little bit later in the piece, where the voice has to be a lot lighter and floatier. But she's not having to go to that distorted vocal sound. Have a listen to the spoken value of that. I want you to take it, I'll take it a little bit further back, and I want you to listen to just how she's really establishing a very speech mode leveling of the voice, that she's energizing into that sort of rock belt, but at no point does she overdrive it. She, even way back when she was in her mid-20s, she was still able back then to present a really balanced vocal. I do think, and I think this is by virtue of experience and by virtue of her voice maturing. I'm talking from a anatomical, biological point of view. We hear I think, a more developed voice in her today compared to back, in her mid-20s. But that's to be expected. Actually, let me rephrase that. That's to be expected of someone who is using their voice well over time. If you're not using your voice well early in your, life, you can expect the voice over time to deteriorate and degrade. But I think in the case of Flor, we get to hear a voice that is well managed, is well cared for, and currently, as a result, we hear a really great sound in her mid-40s. This is 20 years ago, this performance we're watching now. Listen to the spoken quality of it. Oh, I love her position there. I won't take it back again, but I won't watch her as she's singing. She's so grounded. She's got a really dynamic, buoyant body state. Knees are soft, and she's really got this sense that she's connected into the ground. That in turn keeps everything sort of, think of her midriff up, up into her shoulders and neck. It keeps everything balanced and free. Gee, she's good. That progressive sort of compositional movement. If I'm not mistaken, this is Sander doing all the heavy lifting, it must be said. Flor over the top. Have a look at how close he is on the mic there. A lot of people think that, and make the mistake of thinking that, that rough, disturbed, distorted vocal is being driven by really heavy pressure, heavy flow, loud singing. It is not. To manage it well, you actually have to keep the flow very even, but the phonatory threshold pressure has to be very balanced. And that then in turn necessitates you to sit on the mic, because the volume that you're creating is actually, and should not be, very high. It should be very measured. Just listening to her placement there, it's so very classical, and I'm not a classical singing teacher. I'm a contemporary singing voice specialist, and so when we're working with contemporary vocal, your run-of-the-mill rock, pop, country, indie folk, we're very much encouraging a very forward placement. We actually heard a very forward placement earlier in the piece when she was doing more of that, rock belt sound. It was very forward in the mask, as it needed to be. But the moment she's going to her classical setup, she is very much allowing the position of her placement to be a bit further back. I don't hear it as being, swallowed or right back in the back room, but it is certainly not as forward as we hear in her contemporary positioning, and that's interesting. And it's obviously a very necessary aspect of her, moving between the two. I love guitar. I love it. What a cool visual there we just got. That was awesome. To have such a close visual of her face and to see her working the sound, the tone, the vocal tract shaping. We are going to watch that again because that was super cool. I know I'm a singing teaching nerd, but that was awesome. Watch her work. She's just not opening her mouth and hoping for the best. She knows what she's doing. The forward lip position. How pretty is that? How pretty is that? Have a listen to that little line. just the way she just flowed through that phrase, allowing the tone to be the dominant feature. That was so interesting. I heard that. I'm super keen to read your comments on this particular little moment. I heard that as her doing a complete classical line, but then she shifts to what I hear as a contemporary setting for that top note. Because of what precedes, it very much comes across as classical, but if I think she was purely doing a classical piece, I don't know that that last note would sound the same. And so as a result, what we hear is what I think is a very contemporary structured top note. We've got to listen back to that again, to have a listen to it again. Yeah, it's the shape of the note. Wah, as opposed to yaw, like where she was sort of positioning everything else. She's very much come forward in a placement, like we were talking about before, right? Again, super keen to read your view of it. Interesting difference in the mic. See, this mic here, the one we're looking at right now, that looks to be a SM58 capsule. Normally with a beta 58, which would be a supercardioid. So the SM58 is a cardioid, a dynamic cardioid mic. The beta 58, which would normally have a blue ring around the center of the mic ball, that's a supercardioid dynamic mic. I'm pretty sure that will be, because sometimes you do see beta 58s with the blue ring is missing, like it's just been taken off. So it could be a beta 58A, but I'm pretty sure it's just a straight 58. The reason being is that it's going to perform much better for the distorted vocal. The frequency response is going to be less energized and give us that sort of a lower rumble. Whereas notice what Flora's using. She's using a beta 87A, which is a supercardioid condenser mic. And so which gives us more clarity and more purity in the tone. And so the mic choices are purposeful in looking to achieve the types of sounds that they want to achieve with the singers. I've said it before, I'll say it again. I physically could not do that. I'm always astounded at Floor's ability to spin, from a singing point of view, to spin her head like that. Firstly, I couldn't do it because I have a chronic middle ear thing, and I would be on the floor throwing up. That's the first thing. But secondly, the way that engages the musculature of the shoulders and the neck, and yet she's still able to pull out of that and sing with relative freedom, and she still does it to this day. It's crazy. Back into that forward belt, yeah? That was cool. That was cool. For those of you who've watched enough of my reaction videos, you already know I really enjoy symphonic metal. I really do. When I was a kid, I did listen to a lot of harder. No, I never really got into really like death metal or screamo or anything like that. But I was always into harder rock. As well as other stuff, but I did enjoy that. Good fun. I hope you've enjoyed having a listen. If you've never, heard Floor before, please check out some of my other reaction videos when we look at Nightwish in particular, who she now fronts as the lead vocal. I very much look forward to seeing you in the next vocal analysis video. I'm Dr. Dan. Sing well.